for those first 2 rounds, if Tyson does come out there in a legitimate way trying to catch him the way he used to, it could be hairy for Paul. When you see him at a press conference giggling and that ain't the temperament of the man that went out there and looked to take someone's head off his shoulders. That's not.
Teddy Atlas has a chilling message for Jake. Face Mike Tyson cautiously, or risk being taken down in the first 2 rounds. The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson bout has shaped up to be a legendary showdown, with anticipation running high worldwide. This fight could be one of the most extraordinary events in boxing, drawing a global audience far beyond typical boxing fans. With Netflix streaming the match, millions will have access, amplifying its significance as a cultural milestone.
Fans have been searching for the next big thing, someone to fill the massive shoes of legends like Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson.
How do we truly determine the face of boxing?
Here we are. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson.
Jake Paul is being heralded as a potential new icon in boxing, someone with the power to reach new audiences and energize the sport. His upcoming clash with Tyson echoes legendary fights of the past, symbolizing a pivotal shift in boxing's landscape. Jake's influence could redefine the sport and solidify his role as a transformative figure in boxing history.
Mike Tyson still looks scary, bro.
Mike Tyson.
I wouldn't want to fight Mike Tyson.
He is going to destroy him.
Jake's team exudes absolute confidence, sharing a strong sense of camaraderie and an almost unstoppable energy. Together, they're driven by a shared goal and a belief that Jake is unbeatable. With intense training sessions, they're sharpening his skills and maintaining a fierce focus on victory.
Why? Because everybody in our team feel like we can't be the beat.
This is your life. Make it sharp, baby. Yeah. Nobody gets to take this away from you. You work too damn hard to be here.
We feel like we're the best at what we do, and no one can stop us, no matter what you do.
Get that line and come on back with it. Get that line and work. Finish that. That's what I'm talking about. All the way through. Let me see your
Jake Paul receives a mixed public response, facing criticism despite his positive impact on the sport. Much of the backlash is seen as envy, as he has boosted attention, resources, and support for boxing, even extending help to female boxers. Although he didn't take the traditional path, Jake's contributions and commitment make him an influential presence in modern boxing.
In my opinion, I think most of the hate comes from a place of jealousy. But I can also understand the fact that there's some reflection on yourself, because you see a guy who didn't come from this sport, but give more to the sport than 99% of the people that are in the sport.
Don't always look at the hate as a bad thing. It's something that people are supposed to do. What if we didn't have that? What if everybody liked everything that Jake did?
Eddie Hearn, who deeply values boxing's tradition, has reservations about Tyson's return at 58. While he recognizes the immense revenue potential, he believes in upholding the sport's integrity over commercial interests and worries about the impact on boxing's image.
A lot of people ask my opinion, and sometimes it gets me not into trouble, but obviously it can ruffle the feathers of the MVP guys. I'm not looking to go out and talk about Jake Paul against Mike Tyson. I just get asked about it in every interview. And I've always been straight with people. I've always been honest. I'm not gonna brown those people. I'm not calling for this fight to be banned. All I'm saying is it's not my cup of tea. Mm-hmm. I grew up around boxing since I was 7 years old. Mike Tyson was probably one of my greatest heroes in sport. I just don't want to see him in the ring again at 58. That's it.
Discussing his ties with Jake Paul and MVP Promotions, Hearn shares that despite some past disagreements, there is no lingering resentment.
He's fighting on Friday, so obviously it's a bit different this time around.
Yeah.
But from my point of view, I have absolutely no animosity with Jake or Nikisa. We've always done good business together. We've had our issues, obviously, which will have to be resolved, but from a business perspective moving forward, I never let that kind of thing get in the way of opportunities for our fighters. And this is a great example. You know, it's easy for us to say.
Teddy Atlas notes that if Tyson genuinely enters the fight with the intent to compete seriously, he could be a dangerous opponent in the first 2 rounds due to his retained speed and power.
But if it's real, we're going to trust, let's say it's real. I don't know how we would know that, but say it's real. If it is, and they're going to legitimately go at it, for the first 2 rounds, Tyson's dangerous. Are you kidding me? He's dangerous. I mean, boy, give him all the credit in the world that he respected the sport enough to go learn it, and he took his vision to boxing from the YouTube platform, and he took it to this, and he made it a reality. God bless him. I mean, really, the American way.
Jim Lampley discusses the drama of the upcoming fight, focusing on whether Jake Paul might knock out Tyson, or if Tyson will use his experience to wear down Paul over several rounds. He emphasizes his hope that Tyson can come out of the fight both financially successful and, most importantly, unharmed, given the risks associated with his age.
Obviously, when a man is 57, almost 58 years old, going into the ring, I don't care who the opponent is. The opponent could be a figure skater. He's still taking a chance. And so I think that Mike is taking a chance with this, because Jake Paul will train, Jake Paul will lift weights, Jake Paul will get himself into shape to do the best that he can possibly do and try to land one big shot. And separate Mike from his senses long enough to get a win.
Lampley addresses the skill gap between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, noting that while Paul has youth on his side, he lacks Tyson's refined boxing abilities. He criticizes the fight as more of a freak show than a legitimate competition, as Tyson's advanced age and Paul's limited boxing experience create an odd mismatch rather than a serious athletic event.
Piece removed from understanding boxing and having the kind of refined skills that Mike had at his peak. Again, the question is, how much of Mike do you get to see when he's 57 years old? I mean, again, I love him. I'm rooting for him. I'm not going to make the buy. It's not an event that I want to see. It's too much of a distortion. It's not competition. It's a freak show.
Sam Jones voiced strong objections to Tyson's participation, especially given his age. While he doesn't believe the fight should happen, he admits that fans will still be drawn to the intrigue of seeing if Tyson can pull off a final impressive round. Jones highlighted that Tyson's peak years are long gone and questioned whether fans should expect him to be competitive now.
The Mike Tyson fight, everyone can say, oh yeah, it's wrong, which it is. I don't agree with this. I think it's bang out of order, to be honest with you. He's a 60-year-old man. It shouldn't be happening. But the bottom line is, we're all hypocrites if we say we're not going to watch it or be intrigued to see what happens, because we will be thinking inside ourselves, right? The boxing fans, right, will be thinking, come on, Mike, have you got 1 or 2 rounds left in you? Have you got one left in? Have you got one good round left in the tank? But the reality is, Mike Tyson was finished 30 years ago against I can't remember Kevin McBride. He retired, didn't he, on his stool, and he was finished then.
Jones sees Jake Paul as capable, but believes a victory over Tyson wouldn't prove much, as Tyson's prime years are long behind him. He suggests Jake should aim to face other opponents like Tommy Fury or Darren Till to demonstrate his skill against fresher talent, rather than seeking out aging fighters.
Jake Paul has been, yes, he's not very good, but he can punch a little bit. And he's been training. Do you know what I mean? He's been training. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see what's going to happen. But if Mike Tyson did win, then you would get the geezers in the gym saying, "Right, he's ready for AJ. He'll knock AJ out. He'll knock Fury out." Like Mike Tyson, I don't know.
Aries Spears is rooting for Mike Tyson, pointing out that while Jake has youth and strength on his side, Tyson's experience is unmatched. Even at 58, Tyson still packs a punch, and Spears believes Jake has yet to face someone of Tyson's caliber.
Come on, man, I'm going with Iron Mike, baby.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going with Jake Paul.
Why would you do that?
30-year age difference.
That don't mean shit.
Oh, yes, it does.
Mike got 30-something years of experience.
True.
He's still got power. Even though he's 58, he's still fucking fast. Jake Paul been fighting YouTubers.
Yeah.
It's a joke. Now he's got young man strength.
Yes.
And he seems like he knows how to work the mitts based on, his time in.
Yeah.
But Mike is a different breed, man.
Yes, but it's not.
Russell Crowe expresses hope that the fight between the legendary boxers transcends the circus-like atmosphere surrounding it, emphasizing his wish for a genuine, respectable match where both fighters perform well and remain safe. He acknowledges, however, the unpredictability of the situation. It could either demonstrate Tyson's enduring strength despite his age, or reveal the inevitable effects of aging against a younger, prime athlete like Jake Paul.
It transcends the sort of circus type atmosphere that's around it,
Yeah.
That it's a legit fight and they both do well and nobody gets hurt. That's
that
what
would
I'm
be
hoping
nice,
for.
but it's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be one of two things. It's either going to be Jake Paul's going to find out that 58-year-old Mike Tyson is still a motherfucker, or we're going to find out that 58-year-old men are 58-year-old men no matter what they look like.
Right.
And Jake Paul is a 28-year-old athlete in the prime of his life.
Yeah.
It was a real.
I mean, if you just do it to yourself, right? Take,
Yeah.
Me at 60 versus me at 28.
Right.
Forget about it, man.
Yeah, it's different things.
All
yeah.
over.
Shannon Briggs, who has seen Jake Paul's power firsthand, attests to the YouTuber-turned-boxer's strength and preparation. From training with him, Briggs respects Jake's commitment and recognizes he's serious about his boxing career.
What's your predictions then? Obviously, some people think Mike Tyson could get seriously hurt. Some people think it's only going to be an exhibition and no one's going to get hurt. Do you think Mike Tyson can come out the winner and knock Jake Paul out?
Mike Tyson can knock him out, yeah, easily. if he get caught, you know what I'm saying? That's Mike Tyson. If he punch you, he gonna knock you out. I don't care if he's 78 years old. Can Jake win? Possibly. Who knows? What if Mike break down and Jake stuff stays in there? I can't see it, but what if he does? What if he fights back and he throws a punch and hurts Mike Tyson? Wouldn't that be amazing? The whole world will be like, what the hell's going on?
Jason Miller commented on the fight, noting the significant age gap between Tyson and Jake. Miller believes Tyson's explosive power could make an impact early in the match, but also acknowledged Jake's strategic ability. He hopes Tyson brings his best, but acknowledges that time may be against him if the fight goes long.
Interesting fight because, yeah, the age. The age is the big difference. I think if Mike gets out there early, he might be able to touch him up and send him to the canvas. But I don't know, man. The smart money is over there on Jake Paul. Look, Jake Paul came up as an influencer, but he's proven himself to be one of the best boxers of our time. That's the reality of the situation. And whether we want to hear it as fight fans or not, the guy knows how to box, he's strong, and he picks good fights that he can more than likely win. So Jake Paul got an edge. I hope Mike brings it to him.
Former UFC fighter Donald Cerrone echoed similar views, warning that Tyson's residual power could pose a real threat. Cerrone believes that if Tyson lands a solid hit, Jake could be in serious trouble.
Mike still got it, so he hits him, he's going down. You think he knocks him out over there? I don't know how nice Mike will be, but if the killer Mike goes in there, yeah, he's putting him down.
Greg Hackett discusses the anticipated Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, expressing concern for Tyson's health due to the physical advantages of Jake Paul, who is younger and faster. Despite these concerns, Hackett hopes Tyson will put up a strong fight, wishing to see him not only challenge Paul, but whoop him rather than merely stop him.
I mean, I don't know. Mike fighting a young boy. I mean, anything could happen. But I would like to see Mike Tyson whoop his ass, though. Of course. I don't even want to see him stop him, just whoop his ass.
Reflecting on the matchup, Roy Jones noted that Jake's best shot would be to stay assertive and keep Tyson on his toes. Jake has prepared himself mentally to set a fast pace and intends to push Tyson to his limits.
What you think about this fight with Jake Paul, man?
Well, it's me. I think if Mike is in shape enough to go the rounds, he probably could put Jake out at any time. But of course, being 58, 59, however old he is, his timing ain't the same. So it's quicker for him to go get it over with fast than it is to wait a long time, because if Jake get in and get his rhythm, then he can get the momentum and can be problematic for Mike down the line.
Andre Ward agrees that Jake could be dangerous if he builds momentum. Jake is determined to create opportunities in the ring, and with his youthful energy, he could turn the fight around if he stays aggressive.
Y'all like my legends, man. Guys, I came up watching.
Right.
I said, if Jake go in there tripping, man, and something happened, man, I'm gonna have to holler at Jake, because I ain't gonna appreciate that.
Exactly right.
I said, it's like when Larry Holmes fought Ali, or Trevor Burbick fought Ali, he said, but the difference between us they didn't prepare like I prepared, brother.
Okay.
I said, Mike, you talking that talk. He said they didn't prepare. They didn't deserve it like I deserve it.
Okay.
I said, all right, brother, you. So I know he's 58, but after I talked to him, he had me feeling good about the situation.
Tyson's coach, Rafael Cordero, reports that Tyson is in excellent shape, even stronger than he was for his 2020 fight with Roy Jones Jr. Cordero says Tyson's speed and strength have only improved, posing a serious challenge for Jake Paul.
I have 16 days till the fight, so 17 days. So you're good, you're good. We're in the perfect time, we're in the perfect place now. Where's Mike? Put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited, man. We're excited. If the fight was next Saturday, you will be ready for it. So we talk about Roy. Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he fought Roy. So 4 years later, with 58, today he's better than 54. So he saw everything right, everything wrong he did, and he fixed it. This is the beauty of the fight. The energy is good, and his energy is good.
Recent training footage has reassured Tyson's fans of his readiness for the fight. Despite the controversy surrounding his comeback, Tyson has shown he still has an edge, sparking excitement for what he'll bring to the ring.
I'm always at 225, 228.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11 and 12.
Robert Garcia believes Tyson's iconic power could secure an early knockout against Jake Paul. However, if the fight stretches into the later rounds, Garcia doubts Tyson's stamina, speculating that he might struggle with fatigue as time wears on.
That's all we've seen, you know. That's the thing. I could do clips like that, but I can't go a full round.
You can go full round, Robert. Come on, you got it in you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
We see, 10-second clips. We haven't seen a full 10-round sparring match. You know what I mean? I know it's not easy, Man, I hate to see him embarrass himself that bad. I think he could, especially like you just said, against Paul, who doesn't have too much boxing experience, is not the most talented fighter out there. So I think it's gonna be pretty close. I think they're both gonna go out there and bang at each other.
If he were training Jake, Garcia would emphasize strategies to frustrate and extend Tyson into later rounds, where stamina could give Jake an advantage. With Tyson's strength potentially waning, a longer fight might offer Jake the chance to take control.
If it has to go 6, 7, 8, then I think Tyson's gonna be dead tired. I think if he does, it'll be early in the fight, lands a hard punch and knocks him out because he's got the power. He knocked everybody out early in his career, so he does have that power. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be just a good show. The undercard's gonna be decent undercard. It's gonna be a good card. So the fans are gonna enjoy just a show that's gonna make history because they're gonna probably break records in attendance and stuff like that. Netflix is gonna...
Adam Smith reflects on the mixed feelings surrounding Tyson's return to the ring so close to 60. While some see the entertainment value, there's a sense of discomfort seeing such a legendary figure in these kinds of matches. Tyson's iconic status is weighed against his age, with safety concerns for a fighter of his years.
Ago, right? He's nearly 60. I've spent the week with Lennox Lewis, and Lennox was asked his opinion, and he said, "Look, I don't like it. It's just everyone in the room when we were with were like." It's just that sort of feeling of why are we seeing this legend out there doing this? And Lennox was saying, I'll be there because my kids want to see Jake Paul. Right. So look, it's entertainment. The young like Jake Paul, what he's done, Logan, KSI, all of that, I get it. For me, so long as it's a sort of controlled exhibition almost, and both come out.
Simon Jordan shares a personal wish for a Tyson victory, hoping it would challenge the rise of celebrity boxing. Yet he wonders if this trend will encourage genuine boxing talent or if it's merely a commercial draw for younger fans.
Oh, I know what it is. I'd like to see Mike Tyson
knock him on his arse. And put this nonsense to bed. That's what I'd like to see.
And then
happen.
it's over for the kids, but the kids are loving it.
Is it? I mean, is it ultimately?
The kids are loving it.
I get it. I mean, and that's why I was asking Tundi from the outset, is it going to manifest itself in a new generation of boxing?
Babatunde Ajayi expresses doubts over whether Tyson's body can withstand a serious fight at his age. While Tyson's power is still present, Ajayi emphasizes that his endurance and resistance may be compromised, referencing other older fighters who face similar struggles.
Everyone's talking about the fact that the last thing a fighter loses is his punch. But I'm like, but what about his resistance?
And his legs.
What about when he gets punched? And so there's a lot. Me personally, I don't want to see Mike go at that, but as long as it's, I believe it's scripted. I can't see why Mike.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for future updates. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and feel free to share this video if you found it interesting.